Welcome to the podcast for Brain and Cortland in the morning on 98.1 K-Hawk.
Get 15% off a set of Brake Mess Select, Select Pro, or Import Direct brake pads and 2 rotors now at O'Reilly Auto Parts.
O'Reilly Auto Parts.
Cedar Rapids, number 1 for New Country, 98.1 K-Hawk. This is my dirt. Get off my yard.
It's not like it's titled in all caps like Keith Urban's new song.
It is typed in our system in all caps, but that's not Justin Moore.
Okay.
That's not Justin Moore's fault. And sorry if I read it like that. Good morning. It's Brain and Cortland. Welcome into a Friday.
That's all I have to say.
Yeah, I don't really have much either. We don't have a whole lot of plans going on this weekend. I know next week I've got some time off. It's our Holly and I's 25th wedding anniversary.
Oh, how cute.
Next week. Not really probably going to be doing much of anything.
That was my next question for you.
Yeah.
What's the big activity you have planned for year 25?
Much like the last 25 years, not a whole lot. So, no.
You're not going to just go above and beyond for 1 year?
Why would I just do that for 1 year when I try and do that
because,
every year, Cortland?
You know, it marks a quarter of a century.
Yeah, I mean, listen, I don't know.
It's kind of a big deal.
It is a big deal, and I'm not downplaying the significance of it. I'm downplaying the financial feasibility of being able to go above and beyond.
Okay,
so,
well,
anyway.
we'll figure something out for you.
Oh, okay, cool. I'm glad you're going to help fund my anniversary celebration.
You gotta do something.
I was talking to my dad yesterday, and he and my mom are taking a little getaway with some relatives, and they're going to Galena. And my dad goes, yeah, I'm actually leaving on your anniversary. I go, well, at least somebody's celebrating. I go,
We're going to go celebrate your anniversary.
I said, have some wine for us. He goes, you know what? I will.
I got a great idea.
Yeah.
Why don't you also go up to Galena and you can double date with your parents?
Nobody wants that, including my parents. Come on.
I told my mom the next time she comes to visit, we'll go up and go to Galena because I've never been there before.
It's been a while since I've been there. Holly and I used to go once in a while before we had kids. And yeah, I mean, listen, there's a ton of stuff to do and check out. All kinds of shops. There's wineries up there. You can take tours.
Yeah.
There's some great golf in the Galena area if you have someone who likes to do that. So yeah, listen, there's something for everyone there. This break brought to you by Galena. Galena. It's not in Iowa, but we still like going there.
It's basically in Iowa.
It's not in Iowa.
I know, but it's close.
It's across a river, which is a boundary of our state.
Just swim across and you're fine.
No, please don't do that either. Okay, so now that we've confirmed we have no weekend plans, tell us what yours are this morning, and also tell us your favorite shop on Main Street in Galena. And message us on the 98.1 K-Hawk app. Cedar Rapids, number 1 for New Country, 98.1 K-Hawk. Chris Young, Young Love, and Saturday Nights, Brain and Cortland on a Friday morning. And a little later on this morning, we will be choosing our very first winner of October Listener Lunch. Tell them where we're going, Cortland.
We are going to Mas Margaritas over on Boyson Road, and it's the first time we've ever done Listener Lunch there, although it's certainly not the first time we've eaten there.
And by the way, Mas means more, and you can get more at Listener Lunch.
Not more margaritas.
No, that's
we can't pay for those, but you can pay for your own margaritas if you want.
Listen, we're there for everything: the chips, the salsa, the queso, the guac.
Maybe I'll buy myself a margarita because it's going to be really hard to eat Mexican food without one.
Listen, I can just coast on home on Boyson right into Marion. So we are excited to be at Mas Margaritas for the month of October, where yes, it is a 5 Tuesday month, Cortland.
Oh, I love 5 Tuesday months.
So be one of our Tuesday winners in October. Get entered for Listener Lunch on the 98.1 K-Hawk app, and we'll be picking our first winner in October coming up right around 9 o'clock this morning. That's when we start making our calls. It's free lunch calling. Make sure and answer.
Answer your phone. The number of people who... It's so frustrating because it's like, look, you gave us a number to call.
Yeah.
We call it, and then you immediately ignore our call.
How dare you? How dare you hang up on us?
Don't you want the lunch? Anyway.
All right. That's our spiel.
I'm only going to get angry about it once today.
Get entered now on the 98.1 K-Hawk app. Cedar Rapids, number 1 for New Country, 98.1 K-Hawk. Luke Combs and Better Together. It's Brain and Cortland. We move from that very touching moment from Luke Combs to a moment of anger. Brought to you by Cortland.
I'm just so frustrated right now.
Okay.
And I'm going to call out Amazon because, well, they're a huge corporation. It's not like this is going to matter all that much.
Probably not.
So I placed an order on Amazon on September 7th, Brain.
Okay. All right.
September 7th. What is today's date?
Today is September 27th. So
Yes,
it's been almost 3 weeks.
So I decided I needed a new phone case and a new pop socket and a new screen protector for my Nintendo Switch.
Pop socket.
So I placed this order, and the order was over the minimum that you need in order to get free shipping. So, of course, I selected the free shipping option.
Yes.
I do not have Amazon Prime. I do not order from Amazon nearly enough to justify spending money on Amazon Prime.
Sure.
So I got the free shipping option. I was like, great, I'll get my package soon. It is the 27th, and it still has not even shipped. Now, normally, if there's an item that they are out of stock of, I will be alerted to that before I even make the purchase.
They'll tell you, or if it's on like back order.
Yes, yeah. Or if they have some sort of delay, I'll get like a message on Amazon that's like, hey, sorry, this item has been delayed because it's out of stock. And that I find understandable. It happens sometimes. But I've gotten 0 of those messages. I was not alerted that there was anything on back order. And I still have not had my package shipped for the past almost 3 weeks. I have just consistently gone onto Amazon to check the order, and it just keeps pushing the delivery date later. But Amazon has not notified me of this in my email. They haven't sent me any alerts or app alerts or anything like that. I've gotten no indication as to why this package has been delayed. But normally, if there's an item that's back ordered, they'll ship the rest of the items and just delay the one.
Okay.
But they're delaying my entire order right now.
Yeah, clearly they're not doing that this time. Yeah.
And every day I check, and the possible delivery date is later and later and later. And now it's telling me next Tuesday, even though it had told me, this week. Oh, 2 more days from this week. Oh, 3 more days. Like, they just keep pushing it, and they won't just send me my new freaking phone case. And I think I'm being punished for choosing the free shipping option. That's how it feels.
Okay. Well, first of all, there's this other thing that you can do, and it's call them.
Oh, yes, I'm sure.
I've called Amazon multiple times. I called them a couple of weeks ago for a fraudulent charge on my daughter's bank account.
Yeah, but that's different. If I just call Amazon and I'm like, hey.
Well, at least you can get an answer.
Why didn't you ship my package?
Talk to somebody. Maybe they can tell you something on the back end. Listen, we pay for Prime shipping, and it's worth every dollar.
Yes.
Like I said, if you make enough purchases.
I buy something on Amazon maybe once every 3 months.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Well, that's why Jeff Bezos hates you. He's like, Cortland, you're not spending enough of money on my products and my services.
But that's how it feels. I don't know if that's what they're doing.
No, I don't think it's
But because they don't have Prime and I selected the free shipping option, it feels like now my package is no longer a priority.
Well, no, you're absolutely right.
I've never had to wait this long.
No, here's the deal. You're right about that. And it's not because you don't have Prime. When you click on the free shipping, you are not a priority.
No, but it tells me 7 to 10 days.
No, and I get that. But every delay, and they're not doing a good job communicating why the delay is happening. But you're right. You're not a priority. Anybody who chooses free shipping on Amazon can be overlapped and jumped by people, not necessarily who are Prime members.
Oh, yes.
But who pay for
Because I'm sure Amazon is very short-staffed at their hundreds of warehouses across the U.S.
I'm just trying to explain to you or trying to give you some rationale. They're not singling you out.
It does, but it feels like
sure it does. I mean, who wouldn't want a pop socket delivered to them?
Very personally.
Yeah, no.
I've never had to wait this long for a package from Amazon. Ever.
By the way, first world problems.
I know. Well, and so I Googled it, and
Holy
other
crap.
people have been having these issues for the last year or so, where it's like their package just they keep delaying it and delaying it and delaying it and not notifying you and not explaining why. And it's just really frustrating. And it makes me not want to order from Amazon anymore.
I watched an interview yesterday where Bill Gates is talking about donating 95% of his $138 billion fortune to fighting world hunger.
That's amazing.
But, man, if Amazon can't get to your pop socket soon enough.
But like,
burn, Jeff Bezos!
But I just feel like it's irresponsible.
Oh, completely.
To just be like,
what are you going to do?
We'll just keep putting this off even though we said 7 to 10 days.
You know what? Next time, pay for expedited shipping. Seriously, that's how you solve this.
I don't know, though. Will that really help all that much?
Yes.
Okay.
I think it will.
All right. Well, I'll ask you next time to lend me the $7 for the shipping.
Oh, my God. I've already bought you a Celsius this week. What more do you want from me, woman? I'm out of money.
Anyway, okay, that's rant over.
Okay.
I will try not to complain the rest of the show today.
All right, today's show.
I've been so angry about this, if you can't tell.
Today's show not brought to you by Amazon.
It is
Prime.
not.
It's Brandon Cortland. Cedar Rapids #1 for New Country, 98.1 K-Hawk. Jelly Roll and I Am Not Okay. Good morning. It's Brandon Cortland on a Friday morning. One place I have not been to and experienced yet, but maybe I will here sometime this fall. That's the new PinSeekers facility. It's over off of I-380 near Tiffin.
Well, I'm surprised you haven't been there because you're a golfer. You like golfing.
I do. I might go golfing again next week when I've got some time off. Maybe I'll hit PinSeekers. It's a cool place. It's a golf simulator. You can hit the ball towards all these greens. You can play at night. You can play during the day.
And yeah, you don't even have to play golf when you go there either.
No.
They have all sorts of fun other activities. They have a restaurant. They have a bar. So it's not like you have to golf when you go there.
No, there's so much more to do. And the PinSeekers with their technology there that will track your golf ball. Hang on, it's called Top Tracer technology. I want to get that right. It's pretty cool to see. Well, they are in the works on adding another location to Eastern Iowa, and that is going to be up in Dubuque. The Dubuque Racing Association Board of Directors has approved a proposal that recommends a partnership with PinSeekers to build a new golf entertainment venue on a place called Schmidt Island.
Okay.
And that also is a location, I believe, where Q Casino and Resort is located up there in Dubuque, and they're working at building some other facilities, including an amphitheater and some other projects up there in Dubuque. But yes, soon it will include another PinSeekers location.
Well, that's awesome.
Yeah, if you're into that kind of thing. It'll also include...
If you're into having fun.
Yeah, it'll include an 18-hole indoor mini golf course, a restaurant and bar, rooftop lounge, event and meeting spaces. Like you said, very similar to what's in Tiffin.
Well, clearly that one is doing well enough that they're like, let's do another one.
So the plan still requires the approval of the Dubuque City Council and the Iowa Racing and Gaming Commission, although it doesn't appear that there are any hurdles they'll have to jump over to get that done, because they say construction will begin in the spring of 2025. The entire project should be completed by the spring of 2026.
Nice.
Yeah. So
it's really not all that far.
No, just a couple of years, less than 2 years until you have another PinSeekers facility here in Eastern Iowa. You can read more about the PinSeekers plans for the city of Dubuque up on the 98.1 K-Hawk app. Rapids #1 for New Country, 98.1 K-Hawk. Dustin Lynch, Jelly Roll with Chevrolet. Good morning, it's Brady Cortland on a Friday morning, and that means time for our First Responder Friday. And our winner this week, which you can find up on the K-Hawk app on our Facebook page, appears to be someone named Josh Miller.
Yes, his name is Josh. He was nominated by Tracy Miller, and the entry says, Josh has been on the Mechanicsville Fire Department for several years. He's very loyal to the town of Mechanicsville. He goes on all fire calls and ambulance runs that need a driver. When storms are forecasted, they go out and watch for the weather coming in. He's always there to lend a hand.
That's awesome. Congratulations, Josh Miller, our winner on a K-Hawk First Responder Friday. Getting gift cards to both Wild Hogs and Walford, and from the folks at Honor and Respect.
So here's the deal. We need more entries for First Responder Friday.
Yeah.
And here's why. Some of the older entries that have come in, the photos are of either A, terrible quality, so we can't use them, or B, they're so tiny that we also can't use them.
Give us more than a thumbnail, people.
Yes, so if you want to send an entry again for somebody who you're like, hey, I nominated them a year ago and they didn't win, it's probably because the photo isn't good enough for us to put it up. So if you could resend in your entry with a better photo, that would be amazing.
Yes, that would always help. And once again, don't worry about the entry being too long either. If you want to get wordy,
no.
Tell us all about what makes this person amazing.
Get detailed with it.
Yes, please do. First Responder Friday, make sure and get your entries in, and you can do that using your 98.1 K-Hawk app. Cedar Rapids #1 for New Country, 98.1 K-Hawk. That's my kind tonight. Good morning, it's Brandon Cortland, about to drop it like it's hot on a Friday morning.
I will not be doing that here.
No, not right now. However, that is your dance routine that you'll be undertaking for the Cedar Rapids Dancing with the Stars event. We now have a firm date, a rescheduled date.
Yeah, I don't know if everybody knows this, but my Dancing with the Stars ended up getting rescheduled like 2 days before it was going to happen.
Yeah.
Because a bunch of people had pulled out at the last minute, or people had gotten injured, and so they couldn't do it. So I think there were down to 3 of us.
Yeah, and they saw Cortland's tape of her practicing, and they're like, we ain't going up against that, chica.
No, but it just didn't make sense to do the event with only 3 dancers, and they weren't going to make enough to even break even at that point. So they said, we're going to postpone it until October. We're going to try to get more people. And they successfully did that. There are now 12 dancers.
Oh, that's wow. Okay.
Competing.
That's awesome.
And so I went in yesterday for my first rehearsal. Luckily, I'm doing the same dance that I was supposed to do back in July. So I remembered most of it. It was fairly easy to jump back in. But I did get to meet Brain, Johnny.
Yeah.
Who is in charge of Cedar Rapids Dancing with the Stars.
Okay.
And he said, you know, a long time ago, I think I worked with your co-host over there.
I believe
and I
he's
said,
right.
You sure did. And we were talking about the dance that you had done, which was Save a Horse, Ride a Cowboy.
Yes.
And he told me, you know, I think I have a video of that somewhere.
Oh, no.
And I said, give it to me. I said, if you find that video, it is going to make me the happiest human being on earth.
My feelings would differ slightly.
Need to see that video.
You don't really need to see it.
Because I believe it was the first one that he had done in Cedar Rapids.
Yes.
So somewhere there is a tape of Brain dancing, and we are going to get it.
Listen, I don't want to focus on that. I think what we need to focus on, Cortland, is your dancing debut. By the way, the rescheduled date is now set for Saturday, October 19th, 7:30 p.m. And this is once again going to be held at the Hilton Garden Inn. Is that correct?
Yes, the Hilton Garden Inn in Cedar Rapids starts at 7:30. But if you want to get a VIP ticket, the cool thing is you get to go a little bit early for like a VIP party, and you get like all you can eat and drink at this party.
Come on.
And you get your own little reserved area to sit. So I think it's going to be a cool event, especially with 12 dancers, but that means I need to get as many people there to support me as possible, because half of my score, is from audience votes. You use your ticket at the event to cast a vote. So I need people there to support me. Otherwise, I have no chance of winning. And it's great because if I win, I get to donate $500 to the charity of my choice.
Which is fantastic.
Which is amazing. And that's the only reason I'm doing this. So. Okay.
So once again, Dancing with the Stars, Saturday, October 19th. You can get more information on the K-Hawk app if you want to purchase tickets. However, we are going to give away a pair of those VIP tickets right now to caller number 10, 365-3698, or hit the call us button on your K-Hawk app. Once again, a pair of tickets. These are VIP passes, food, drinks, Cortland dropping it like it's hot.
You have to vote for me, though. If you win these tickets, you have to use your...
Well, you're going to...
I don't care how bad I do. You still have to vote for me.
You have to earn my support.
Yeah, Brain, you're going to be there. We got to work tables. So.
Yes, we do. There'll be a ton of K-Hawk folks there, a ton of people from work. It's going to be a great time. Caller 10, come on with us to Dancing with the Cedar Rapids Stars on 98.1 K-Hawk. It's Brain and Cortland sending somebody Dancing with the Stars.
K-Hawk, good morning. You are caller number 10.
Yay. Thank you.
What is your name?
Amy.
Amy, you have a pair of VIP tickets for Cedar Rapids Dancing with the Stars, where you can see Cortland drop it like it's hot.
I hope you're ready.
Great.
I hope it's hot.
We'll be your cheerleader.
Yeah, Amy said they'll be there cheering for you, of course.
Okay, good. And we are going to have more tickets to give away to this as we get closer to the show, which is once again October 19th. But if you want to go, tickets are $30, or you can do VIP for $65, or if for some reason you work for a business that's like, we would love to sponsor a table and get mentions and all that at the event, you can buy a VIP table, which is what our work did here. So.
Yeah. All of that info, by the way, up on the Cedar Rapids #1 for New Country, 98.1 K-Hawk. What was I thinking from Dirk Bentley? Good morning. We're thinking it's Friday. It's Brain and Cortland. And we've been giving tickets away all week long to see Haley Witters. Haley announced that she's coming back to play Dance More Ballroom in Swisher this November. The show that she initially announced was for Friday night, November 22nd. Pre-sale tickets went on sale Tuesday.
And they almost sold out, like immediately.
Yeah. They almost sold out that Friday show. So Haley announced yesterday that she has added a Saturday night, November 23rd show.
So if you really like it on Friday night, you can go a second time on Saturday.
Or if you don't get tickets when they go on sale at 10 this morning for Friday night, then you can always get tickets and go on Saturday because, that Friday night show is almost sold out already. So we're giving away tickets to the Friday night show, which will be a sellout at the Dancemore Ballroom in Swisher. And we're playing a game called Drinkin' Buddies. Haley Witters has opened up for huge stars, especially over the past couple of years. And so what we're doing is giving you hints about those acts. And we're even including some song titles in there to clue you in.
All right. So you did today's clue.
Yes.
I think it's going to be another easy one.
I think they're all pretty easy.
Let's hear it.
All right, here we go. This act said that Haley left them speechless. And after 10,000 hours on the road together, they enjoyed doing some shots of tequila.
Wow. 10,000 hours on the road? That
may be an exaggeration. Once again, this act said that Haley left them speechless. After 10,000 hours on the road together, they enjoyed doing some shots of tequila. Name that act.
Figure it out.
Caller 10 at 365-3698 or hit the call us button using your 98.1 K-Hawk app. Get it right. You're going to see Haley Witters. We'll find out who's opening for her, but she's the headliner at Dancemore on November 22nd with your country concert leader, K-Hawk.
Brain in Cortland.
Sending someone to go see Haley Witters at Dancemore.
K-Hawk, good morning. You are caller number 10. Who's this and where are you calling from?
This is Eric. I'm calling from North Liberty.
All right, Eric, this act said that Haley left them speechless, and after 10,000 hours on the road together, they enjoyed doing some shots of tequila. Name that act.
How about Dan and Shay?
How about it?
Yeah.
That's right.
I mean, it was pretty obvious, right?
It was pretty obvious. There was a little bit of wonder, but pretty obvious.
Okay, thanks for adding that in there. Hey, you're going to see Haley Witters at Dancemore November 22nd. Way to go.
Fantastic. I appreciate it.
Nice job. Yes, Dan and Shay, who Haley has played several opening dates for in 2024. Now, once again, Haley has added another date, November 23rd, Saturday night, to her Dancemore. I'm going to call it a Dancemore residency. It's more than one night. I'm just calling it a residency at this point in time.
Yes, 2 nights of shows is now a residency.
Yes, and they go on sale to the public this morning at 10 a.m. So if you want to go, don't wait because Cedar Rapids #1 for New Country, 98.1 K-Hawk, Miles on it from Kane Brown and Marshmallow, Brain in Cortland on a Friday morning. And man, if you're looking for stuff to do, we have some weekend activities throughout the corridor. We're going to run down some of the highlights here. There are many more going on, but here's some we think you need to know about, including tonight at Riverside Casino and Golf Resort. Dylan Scott is going to be in concert. Show getting underway at 8 p.m. Tickets still available to purchase. We have the link up on the K-Hawk app if you want to go.
Also happening this weekend, we've got Iowa Oktoberfest. That's going to be in downtown Waterloo today and tomorrow. They've got yard games, live music, beer, food, contests, even a dog parade.
Yay.
And admission for that one is free.
Happening tonight in downtown Cedar Rapids, it's the 3rd annual Blocktoberfest. It's the biggest party in downtown Cedar Rapids, held at the intersection of 2nd Avenue and 3rd Street. Port Tornadoes, the headlining act, music, beverages. I mean, the weather tonight is going to be amazing.
Yeah.
I expect turnout for this to be
pretty big.
Pretty big tonight. Once again, downtown Cedar Rapids getting underway at around 7 p.m.
So there is a big convention happening at the Iowa Event Center in Des Moines this weekend. It's called Nightmare Weekend. So this is happening today, tomorrow, and Sunday. And it's 3 days of scary celebrities, petrifying parties, villainous vendors, ghastly gaming, creepy cosplay contests, and fearful fun for everyone. They've got a bunch of people from horror movies who are actually doing meet and greets at the event. So if you want to check out that list, we've got more info on the K-Hawk app.
Pretty cool. Happening at the Marion Public Library tonight from 5 to 8 p.m. It's what they call an adult book fair. Now, if you had kids in school, or maybe you remember when you were young, those scholastic book fairs that you used to go to and pick out your books and supplies and stuff.
So many good memories.
Well, there's one at the Marion Library tonight, but it's for adults. It's an 18 and over event. Books, goodies, treats. It's just like the good old days, except this one is for adults.
Yeah, and you actually have money, and you can actually buy things.
Yeah, you don't have to beg your parents, although maybe you should send them a text, just for old time's sake.
There's nothing sadder than going to the Scholastic Book Fair and being sent with no money, so I knew I couldn't buy a single thing there.
Oh, hey, listen, it happens.
Just got to smell the new books.
Smells like books.
Okay, so Northside Oktoberfest is going on tomorrow in Iowa City. They've got their big Brewfest sampling event from 11 to 3, but they also have a beer hall with German food and games and contests. Admission for that is $10. Brewfest tickets are a separate purchase, but lots of fun activities happening in Iowa City.
Oh, yeah. Also going on tomorrow in Nubo, it is the Crunchberry Run. That's right. You'll be covered in environmentally friendly colored powder as you run or walk.
I thought you were going to say
route.
you'll be covered in crunch berries.
Environmentally friendly colored powder is what I'm being told I need to stress. You can do a mile, jog the full 5K, or anything in between. Once again, this gets underway down at Nubo City Market tomorrow morning at around 9 a.m.
And then there's also a big event that's happening in Marengo this weekend on the Iowa County Fairgrounds. It's called the Roots and River Market. It is a huge vendor market full of handmade and boutique vendors, food and drink trucks, and live music. Admission for that's only $5 if you want to go. And that's it.
Something in there that sounds interesting to you?
I mean, that's not it. There's still way more,
No, I know.
but
It's
that's
just
all
that-
we're going to tell you about.
It's such a busy time of year. But if you want information on those activities and more, you can find that information up on the 98.1 K-Hawk app. Get out and do something this weekend. The weather's supposed to be great. It's Braden Cortland on 98.1 K-Hawk. Cedar Rapids #1 for New Country, 98.1 K-Hawk. Morgan Wallen with Post Malone, and I had some help. Sometimes when I'm just walking around during the day, I just hear this, help.
Help!
Help. Or maybe it's just me saying it out loud. I don't know. Hey, if you need help with anything involving bills, vacations, just anything, $30,000 I'm guessing might help, right?
Oh my gosh, yes. I mean, even if you don't need $30,000, I'm sure you could figure out how to use it.
That's right. There are other people that need help. The K-Hawk Cash Cow, your first code of the morning coming up next hour with us at 8:20. Once again, it's super easy. Just make sure you've got the K-Hawk app downloaded, and we give you codes at around 20 after the hour, weekdays from 8 a.m. to 5 p.m.
So because today is Friday, that
Yeah.
means today's your last day of the week to enter the codes. We take a little break for the weekend, and then we return Monday. Boom, more quote, more codes.
That's right. The cow needs a bit of a break. So
The udders are sore.
okay, wow, that's where we're going. All right, there we go. Once again, your first code coming up with us
Sorry.
at 8:20. Make sure you've got the app ready to go. It's the K-Hawk Cash Cow. Could be worth $30,000 for you with K-Hawk.
It's a new Music Friday on Country Quickies. Here's Brain and Cortland with the music and the other country music news of the day on 98.1 K-Hawk.
Last night, the People's Choice Country Awards, hosted by Shania Twain on NBC and Peacock, held at the Grand Ole Opry in Nashville, running down the big winners from last night. Morgan Wallen was named the People's Artist of 2024. But otherwise, it was a big night for Luke Combs. He won Best Album for Fathers and Son. He also won Best Male Artist. He also won for the Best Male Song, Ain't No Love in Oklahoma. So, yeah, pretty good day. The Song of the Year, I Had Some Help by Post Malone and Morgan Wallen. Female Artist of the Year was Lainey Wilson. The Female Song of the Year went to Dasha for Austin. Crossover Song of the Year was Lonely Road by MGK featuring Jelly Roll. The Collaboration Song of the Year, though, went to Zach Bryan and Casey Musgraves for I Remember Everything. Concert of the Year, Concert Tour of the Year went to Morgan Wallen for One Night at a Time. Group or Duo was Dan and Shay, and new artist was Shabuzi.
Shaboozy.
So there you have it, the winners from the People's Choice Country Awards. All right, getting into new music.
Well, not exactly.
Sorry. You got to go. I'm sorry. Sorry.
You're jumping the gun a little bit, okay?
I'm so anxious, Cortland.
Real quick, we got to talk about Carrie Underwood.
Let's do this.
She's, of course, headed back to American Idol, this time as a judge. But according to a new report, she's going to be earning significantly less than her predecessor, Katy Perry.
How much less?
Life and Style is reporting, first of all, that Carrie was not ABC's first choice to replace Katy. Miley Cyrus
It's always nice to hear, isn't it?
was actually the network and the producer's first choice. But the network hired Carrie because she agreed to a salary that is about half of what Katy Perry's was.
Okay.
According to an insider, quote, Carrie did not need to be offered a Katy-sized salary to come back into the franchise. So if Carrie is earning around half of Katy's previous salary, that puts her closely in line with Luke Bryan, who reportedly rakes in around $12 million a season. Lionel
Katy.
Richie only earns about $10 million for each season.
So Katy was making more
$25 million.
Wow.
And that she was the second highest paid judge after Simon Cowell.
Wow.
So yeah.
Wow.
ABC, by the way, has not announced a premiere date yet for the upcoming season of American Idol.
I don't think Carrie Underwood's ego is maybe quite as big as
No,
Katy Perry's.
and Katy, you know, she's been very busy making new music and all that kind of stuff. So I don't know.
I think it's going to be a great fit for Idol. All right, now can I do new music now?
Yes, you can do.
Can I do
music
new
now.
albums now, Cortland?
You have permission.
Okay, thank you. Mind of a Country Boy, the latest from Luke Bryan, is out today. It features the song Love You, Miss You, Mean It, which is Luke's current single. Other songs that have been released, a country song came on, Country On, Closing Time in California, and more. 14 tracks from Luke Bryan. Mind of a Country Boy is out today. Also out today, if you're in the holiday spirit, I know Cortland is when it comes to Brett Eldridge.
I'm always in the Brett Eldridge spirit.
His new album, Merry Christmas, Welcome to the Family, is out today. 8 tracks in all for your holiday listening pleasure. And also Mickey Guyton has a new album out today. It's called House on Fire, featuring 12 new songs, including a collaboration with Kane Brown on a cover of the song Nothing Compares to You.
Okay.
And that alarm you hear?
That means our cash out
that song's going to be a hit. Anyway, check that out, new for Mickey Guyton today.
Okay, so that's the new albums. Let's get into new singles. First of all, as promised, we got that new song from Cody Johnson and Carrie Underwood called I'm Gonna Love You, and we think you're gonna love it. Here's what it sounds like.
Earth's gonna shake every now and then. Some runaway roads are gonna dead end. And on those days when the world feels cruel, I'm gonna love you.
I mean, come on.
Yeah.
Yeah, they sound pretty good together.
Yeah, they do. By the way, that is the first release from Cody's Leather Deluxe Edition with 13 new songs.
Wow.
Coming out November 1st. We also got a new single from Brett Young today. That one is called Say Less. We got a new song from Tyler Hubbard called Heroes. And I don't know if you watched the People's Choice Country Awards last night, but Brad Paisley debuted a new song, and it's called Truck Still Works. So here's what that one sounds like.
Let's see if that truck still works. Let's see if that song still sings. Let's see if that miles of corn still got that shade of green. Let's see if we can find that place I used to know about. Let's see if they pave that old dirt road that used to run out. Find out if that dogwood limb is still there to hang our shirts. If you ain't got nothing else to do tonight, let's see if that truck still works.
Okay.
Yeah, I like it.
Very Brad Paisley.
Very much on brand.
And finally, we also have a new song out today from Brian Kelly. It's called Hold On Cowboy, and he released it purposely during Suicide Prevention Month because that is the message of the song. So
That's awesome.
there you go.
Lots of new country to check out today. Those are your quickies. It's Brain and Cortland on 98.1 K-Hawk.
Tyson's Home Farm Auto is the proud sponsor of Brain and Cortland's Furry Friday. We now introduce you to another adoptable dog or cat from a local shelter on 98.1 K-Hawk.
It's another Furry Friday with Brain and Cortland, and we're being joined in studio this morning with Linda from Dogs Forever. Good morning.
Good morning.
And also being joined in studio by 2 adorable 3-month-old puppies. I mean, come on.
My heart is exploding. What's better than 1 puppy? 2 puppies.
2 puppies. And Linda, what's better than 2 puppies, but 2 more back at Dogs Forever?
2 more back at Dogs Forever.
So there's 4 of them altogether.
There are.
So if somebody's really ambitious, they can adopt all 4 puppies.
Oh my God.
That would be a handful.
So tell us about them. We have Zeb and Zara in studio today.
Yes. And it was an accidental litter in the area, and their mom, unbelievably, is a purebred tricolored Australian Shepherd.
Wow.
But somehow all the puppies look like labs.
Yes, they certainly do. They don't look like their mom, so we suspect there was a lab in the neighborhood.
Quite literally, actually.
She was a little,
yeah.
She was feeling a little frisky.
I know that.
Apparently so.
Now, you mentioned that they don't look like their mom right now. Obviously don't have any of her markings, and they do look a lot like labs, but you said they're only about 3 months old. They're going to grow quite a bit.
Yep, they're going to be medium to large sized dogs.
Yeah.
Zeb's got some pretty big paws on him.
Yes,
He's
he
our
does.
biggest boy. But they're really sweet. The girls are a little spicier than the boys. But
You wouldn't know it, though, because Zara has just been laying in Brain's arms for like 15 minutes.
yes, she's on her best behavior,
I guess.
for sure. But she is the ringleader of the group.
She's the troublemaker.
She is.
But she's got those light-colored eyes that...
Oh, man, for
you
like a
can't-
chocolate-colored dog.
Yeah, you could never be mad at her. It would be impossible.
She will test that theory, though.
Yeah.
as most puppies will,
Exactly.
right?
Exactly. And Zola and Xander are both black like Zeb is.
Okay. So obviously, these dogs are young. They've got that puppy energy, and they're going to be big. So they're looking for probably a nice fenced-in yard to go to. They need lots of room to run and play.
They do. They do love to play. It's like a puppy fest at the shelter right now.
Puppies need love and attention.
They do. They're just like, they're kids.
Yeah.
They need to have some fun. If folks are interested in finding out more, we're going to have pictures of Zeb and Zara up on the K-Hawk Facebook page. How can they come check out the rest of the litter if they want to at Dogs Forever?
For sure. You can look on our website at dogsforever.org under available dogs. You'll see all of our available dogs right now. And we're open on Saturdays from 10 to 2, so you can come meet these adorable pups at Dogs Forever, 809 Rockford Road Southwest in Cedar Rapids.
Yeah, stop by for some puppy therapy.
Exactly. They are a lot of fun, and they do sleep a fair amount as well, but they're pretty active pups.
Now, as well as puppy season, it's also chili season, right? You guys are looking for some chili experts.
We are. Our next fundraiser is a chili cook-off. It's on Saturday, October 19th, and we are looking for more chili cooks. So if you have a mean chili recipe, you can enter. It's a mere $30 to enter, and we've got some great cash prizes. And for those of you who want to come taste the chili and vote, it's 11 to 2 at the Geometric Building down in Newbo, 415 12th Avenue Southeast.
I can confirm it's a great event, but you have to come hungry because not only is there chili, you guys always have an amazing bake sale too.
Exactly. Yes, Cortland was a judge for us. Yeah,
for 2 years now, I believe. I'm the queen of chili, apparently.
You're the queen of chili. Just like Zara, Cortland also a little spicy.
Exactly.
Well, Linda, thanks so much for coming up. And once again, for more information on the Chili Cook-Off, you can visit Dogs Forever.
Yep, you can look at our Facebook page. We have more information regarding, and if you come visit these sweet pups, we have some flyers up at the shelter as well.
And
thanks
you
so
want
much
to visit the sweet pups.
Yeah. Thanks for bringing up Zeb and Zara. They're a ton of fun.
Thanks for having us.
It's another Furry Friday. It's Brain and Cortland, 98.1 K-Hawk. That's Justin Moore, and this is My Dirt. If that's your favorite song on K-Hawk right now, I'd like a tip. You can Venmo me, brain at khak.com.
As if you have any control over the songs that we play.
Yeah, that's a joke, by the way. We don't need your tips or ask for your tips for playing music. However, it does seem like tipping is definitely in a lot of places it never used to be.
I feel the same way, and I don't know what to do about it, because whenever I'm somewhere and I'm ordering something, obviously if I'm at a sit-down restaurant and I have a server, I'm always going to tip. Yes. Even if the service isn't great, I'm still going to tip out of guilt.
I mean, my server has to be borderline rude for me not to tip.
Yes, but now it's like when I go to pick up a carryout item, when I go to a cafe to order a smoothie, am I supposed to be tipping these people? And if they're staring at you when the tip option comes up and you don't tip them, are they judging you?
Yeah.
There's a new survey that was done, and they asked Americans how many times you've tipped for a service when you didn't think it was necessary. And the average response was around 40 times. And 60% of people say they're fed up with being asked to tip for different services at various businesses.
Yeah, we have what's called tipping fatigue. Mm-hmm. Yes, I'm fatigued, Cortland. Listen, I'll give you a perfect example of some place that I will occasionally tip, I guess, but not always tip, because technically these people are preparing something for me. When you go and you drive through, I don't care what coffee shop you go to, whether it's Starbucks, Dunkin', Scooters, wherever you head to, and you drive through and you order your mocha choca fluffy puffy latte, whatever you get in it, and you drive up and it's $4, $5, $6, and they give you the little screen and it says tip. I mean, do you always tip those people? Do you occasionally tip a barista? They're one of the categories of people that I'm like, okay, depending on my order, depending on its complexity.
But those people also make minimum wage or above, whereas you tip servers because they make below minimum wage. So I don't think you should be required to tip a barista, but if they, do an exceptional job or something, or you ask for something super complicated, maybe I would. I always tip for carryout orders, because somebody had to box up and get you the silverware and prepare all of that for you. I don't tip as much as if I sit down in a restaurant, but I still will tip $1 or $2 if I get a carryout order. But there's just so many places now where they ask for a tip, and because they ask, I'm like, well, I feel like I have to. Otherwise, why would they ask?
I know. I feel like some places, though, are just asking to ask. And like if I go to a sandwich shop and your job is to make sandwiches, and I'm not going to, once again, whether it's Subway, Quiznos, Jersey Mike's, wherever, and that, do I have to tip you?
I don't think you have to, because those people make,
I don't know.
You know, it's so complicated. It's so tricky.
Because you're right. I don't want to offend anybody.
Sure, and I'm sure all the people who work in a sandwich shop right now are like, yes, tip me.
Well, I'm sure. Absolutely.
But here's the people I will always tip, no matter what. If I'm at a restaurant and I'm sitting down.
Yeah. Yep.
If I'm getting a carry-out order. And then I will always tip if I get my hair done.
Absolutely.
And I will always tip for a tattoo artist.
100% right. I agree with that completely. Yeah.
But I don't, and then delivery. If I get like DoorDash or something like that, I'll always tip, or Uber. Like if I get an Uber, I'll always throw a couple bucks to the Uber driver. But other than that, I don't know that you absolutely have to tip other people.
My daughter works at a local Dairy Queen.
Yes.
And she gets tips.
So my first job was at Cold Stone.
Yeah.
And we earned tips, but we had to sing for those tips. So it was like, if you tip us, we have to sing.
Oh, my God. That's awful. Just let the kids earn their money without humiliating them. Is that too much to ask, Cold Stone?
If you put in a nickel, we still had to sing a song.
That's baloney.
Like, so people would be like, here's your penny. And then you'd have to sit there and loudly sing a song in front of everyone.
That's not right. You want a song? I need to see some green in that tip jar, pal. Let us know your policies on tipping.
Bartenders, too. Always tip your bartender.
Yes, 100%
I consider
correct.
that in the same thing as like servers.
Yeah,
you know?
yeah. I think you and I are kind of on pretty much the same page as far as when and who to tip. But if you have something that maybe you agree or disagree with, let us know in the K-Hawk app. Someplace you always tip, someplace that you maybe don't feel compelled to. Let us know this morning. You can message us on the 98.1 K-Hawk app. Cedar Rapids, #1 for New Country, 98.1 K-Hawk. Off the F1 Trillion album, it's Post Malone and Luke Combs. That's Guy for that. It's Braden Cortland. You could afford a guy for that. If you had an extra $30,000 laying around.
Yeah, that sounds pretty nice.
Yeah. I mean, hey, you pay me $30,000, I'll do darn near anything.
I went to, I wouldn't tell people
Okay,
that.
sorry. Maybe
I went to Coinstar yesterday. And I made $23. That's how broke I am right now. I was like, I could really use this $23.
That's a pretty good Coinstar haul right there.
I thought so.
That's not bad. If $30,000 sounds slightly more appealing, enter this code right now on your K-Hawk app. The code this hour is 270.
270.
Get that entered right now on your K-Hawk app. Do it quick. You still got time to get to Coinstar if that's what you've got on your schedule today. It's okay. We don't judge. Your next cash cow code coming up at 10:20 on 98.1 K-Hawk. Cedar Rapids, #1 for New Country, 98.1 K-Hawk. I am not okay. That's Jelly Roll. Braden Cortland wrapping things up here on a Friday morning. The weekend is close.
Finally.
I'm
sorry, I have a dermatology appointment very, very shortly.
Nobody knows how to cut loose on the weekend like Cortland.
And then I need like the world's longest nap.
Oh, my gosh. We don't have much going on this weekend. Kaylee does have a volleyball tournament. It's at home at Marion High School tomorrow morning, so we're going to be hanging out doing that for a little bit.
What time is that at?
She has matches at 9, 10, and 11.
Oh, so, that's not horrible.
No, we'll be done by noon.
And since it's close, you don't have to go at like 6 a.m.
That's very true. That's very true. So, hey. Big time right now. We get to announce our very first listener lunch winner for the month of October. We are, of course, at Mas Margaritas in Cedar Rapids.
All right. And who are we taking?
Stephanie and her co-workers with ESP in Cedar Rapids.
Ooh, I wonder if they have special powers.
I wonder.
I don't think that's what it stands for.
It's not what it stands for, actually. But congrats to Stephanie and her co-workers joining us at Mas Margaritas next Tuesday. Here's the cool thing about October, kids. It's a 5-Tuesday month.
5 whole Tuesdays. That means you still have 4 chances to win lunch with us. Mm-hmm. We called, I think, 3 people before we called Stephanie who did not answer their phones. So if you have a missed call from us, too bad, so sad you didn't win lunch this week because you didn't answer. But we will try calling again another week. There'll be tears in your queso this weekend. Oh, man. Oh, I answered my phone. All right. It's okay.
That's
you still
right.
have a chance to win. It's very disappointing when people don't answer us.
Okay. Dad joke to get us out of here on a Friday and into the weekend. Fall themed, of course.
Okay, Brain. Who helps the little pumpkins cross the road?
Who helps the little pumpkins cross the road? I don't know.
The crossing gourd.
Oh, man.
You said you wanted more gourd jokes.
I know. I literally asked for it yesterday, and you obliged. So,
I give the people what they want.
oh, good gourd. I tell you.
Good gourd.
All right. Everybody have a great weekend, and we'll see you Monday back here at 5 a.m. Until then, so long.
Most tax pros leave a message.
It's Jane. I'm moving on to a TurboTax expert who beat your price. Adam Devine, tell him how I feel.
Hey, tax pro, she's been thinking twice. Best believe TurboTax will beat your price. This is a tax break.
Switch to a TurboTax Live expert and we'll beat what you paid your pro last tax season. Make the switch at TurboTax.com/beatyourprice. TurboTax full service only. Sign up by 12/20/2024 and file by 4/1/2025. Full details at TurboTax.com/beatyourprice.